So today I'm actually going to teach a quick coping technique for anxiety. This one has nothing to do with your breathing and more kind of about um, sensories. It uses all your sensories. It uses all of your five sensories. So it uses your sight, it uses your touch, it uses your hearing, your smelling, and your taste. So to start it off, I usually use this technique for children. Um, I think it's easier for them to learn this technique instead of the breathing because, I mean, no one's going to really remember as a child to focus on your breathing, focus on your breathing. Um, this technique actually uses a lot of their imagination. So, for instance, when they're having an anxiety attack, I would say, "What is your happy place?" For instance, I would say the beach. Okay, if they see the beach, good starting point. So you can say, okay, I need you to close your eyes. Now, when you're closing your eyes, what are five things that you see around you in your happy place? Again, it's the beach. They can say, I see, again, closing their eyes, I see the waves. I see birds. I see a sandcastle. I see people. I see cliffs. So those are the five things that they see in their happy place, which is the beach. The second thing, which goes to number four, the fourth sensory, is touch. You ask them, in your happy place, what are four things that you can touch? And they can say, I can feel the sand. I can touch the sand. I can touch the water. I can touch, I can feel the wind blowing in. I can um, I can touch fishes that are nearby. So anything that comes to their mind about their happy place, that's what they're gonna use as a sensory for touch. So that is number four. Number three are three things that they can hear from that sensory. So they can say, I hear the wind blowing. I hear the birds, um, gawking or something. I hear the waves splashing and hitting the rocks. So there are three things that they can hear, again, from their happy place. And again, the example that I'm using is the beach. Number two is two things that they can smell. So again, back to my example, which is the beach, my happy place. Two things that I can smell is, I can smell the food stands that are happening on the boardwalk from the beach. I can smell the seaweed that, came out of from the water, or I can smell the saltiness of the water, or anything that, again, that comes to mind. That's what they're going to use as their sensory. And finally, for number one, you will ask them, what is one thing you can taste? And so anything that comes to your mind is like, I can taste the salt water. Again, my example was the beach. The beaches usually have salty water, so that is one thing that they can taste. I can taste the saltness of the water. And so again, these are techniques that anyone can use. Again, I usually use these for my adolescents or my children. I think it's just easier for them to comprehend and to lower down their anxiety. But anybody can use this technique. So let me go back and say, so number five, it's five things you see. Number four, it's anything you can touch. Number three is three things you can hear. Two, anything you can smell. And finally, one that you can taste. There are, many other techniques out there. And again, as I get to learn them and I practice them on myself or I practice them on my clients and I see that they're progressing and they're actually helping them, I'm not afraid to share. And so I'm one of those people that need to practice it before I preach it, or vice versa, practice what I preach. And so I noticed that this technique works for, again, my adolescents and my children that really suffer from very high anxiety. So hopefully, if you're personally suffering from anxiety and those breathing techniques are not working for you, again, different techniques work for different people. Some are going to work for you, some are not going to work for you. I encourage you to use this technique. And if you need something around you, then by all means, you can use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and just do it in your surroundings. You don't have to go to a happy place. You can just do this technique when you're by yourself. You can just use your surroundings and go from there. So please take care, do more self-care, and again, it's gonna get better. Anxiety sucks, but hopefully you can use these as tools and to minimize that anxiety, because no one likes to go through it. I've gone through it multiple times, and my clients go through it. And so whatever works for me, whatever works for my clients, whatever works for other people's clients. Again, I learned this technique through another clinician. And so I'm happy to share with my other fellow clinicians or just help with the regular people out there. Because again, not everybody has access to a therapist, or not everybody's ready to see a therapist. And you know what? That is okay. When you're ready, you are ready. You shouldn't be pressured to go see a clinician. Do I encourage you to see one? Yes. I think everybody should see one. I see one myself. But again, if you're not ready, you're not ready. And so hopefully you can use these videos as a way, as a tool, as a stepping stone to help with your anxiety. So again, please take care and hope to see you guys soon.